There is nothing as controversial in recent memories like the death of Queen Elizabeth of England. Even in her own country, some people didn't feel the need to mourn. Talk less of Africa. You know, the British had a lot of colonies in Africa, and they looted and stole from the African people. They maltreat the African people. They treated them like second-class citizens on their own soil. While the British live luxuriously, the Africans live like people who had nothing. And the death of the Queen just brought back all these sad memories. Africans have been sharing their feelings with the rest of the world, and they have been letting the world know how they feel about the royal family, and particularly the late Queen Elizabeth. They blame her for not doing enough for Africa, that she had the opportunity to set the record straight, but she didn't. And to make everything worse, she did not even apologize for all the things done by the British in Africa. And if there is one person who has spared no effort in letting others know how he really feels, is Julius Malema of South Africa. He is a very popular politician and a critic of the British. He has spared no effort in letting the rest of the world know where he stands when it comes to British colonial rule in Africa. He is one of the strongest voices in Africa calling for the royal family and for Britain to apologize for all the wrongdoings and for the Queen to return all the stolen items back to Africans. So before we continue with this conversation, I want you guys to watch this video and listen carefully to what he is saying.
We have nothing to do with the Queen. Today, people tweet, hey, we mourn the Queen. But when Helen Zille tweeted and said that not everything is bad about colonialism, you all said Helen Zille is a racist. How can she praise colonialism? By mourning and praising the Queen, you are celebrating colonialism. You are not different from Helen Zille. We were not colonized by the land called Britain. We were colonized by the leadership of Britain that killed our people. So we must not be asked to do wrong things here. We are very clear. The Queen does not represent anything good. Britain has got a lot of gold, yet they don't have a single mine of gold. Those are stolen goods. We must talk about reparation. We must talk about the return of the gold. We must talk about the return of the stolen diamond, and not these other side issues which are not important to us. How can you be oppressed for so many years? After liberation, you've got nothing to show that we have been liberated. You have no land, you have got no bank, you've got no mine. The only thing you have is a hatred of other Africans.
Okay, my brothers and sisters, you've all heard what Julius Malema had to say. He is a very, very vocal critic of the royal family. And what he is saying makes a lot of sense. Because if you go through history and read what the British did to South Africa, my brothers and sisters, you will resent them. If you know what apartheid did to local South Africans, my brothers and sisters, you will feel sorry. If you know what our ancestors went through in the hands of the British, you will be very, very angry at them. And no single word of apology was offered by the late queen. And that is where people think that she did something that was really, really wrong. That she should have apologized to the former British colonies, but she did not. Or she should have at least returned some of these looted items back to the Africans, but she did not. And the diamond on her crown, which was stolen from South Africa, should have been returned by now, but she still wears the diamond on her head. And Julius Malema made sure that everyone understands that the diamond on her crown is a stolen property of the people of South Africa, and it should be returned to them. And my brothers and sisters, Julius is not the only person in Africa with this kind of sentiment. There are a lot of people in many other countries in Africa who also share the same feelings. They are deeply hurt by what the British did to our ancestors. They are really hurt. And the death of the queen, like I mentioned, has done nothing but open bandaged scars. People are now rethinking the role of the royal family and England in Africa. So, my brothers and sisters in Africa, please share your thoughts with us. What do you think about Queen Elizabeth's role in Africa? Did she do enough to assist the African countries? Let us know in the comment section below. And also, if you have any particular story that you would like us to share on this channel, please let us know in the comment section or reach out to us through any of our social media platforms. And you can also support us through our crowdfunding website, Patreon, or through our PayPal account. You have no idea how far your support and donations will take us, and we shall really, really appreciate it. So thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.